guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys had an awesome day so far. Today, this video was highly requested from like a lot of people. People just are interested in knowing, is it even possible to do a natural unmedicated birth? And it is absolutely possible. If I did it, you can do it. Of course, it's not simple as you can, like, it's not simple, but it's definitely possible. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Is that it is hard. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This video is gonna be 100% truth, and I'm not gonna lie about anything. I'm gonna tell you my experience of my unmedicated natural birth of my second son. Well, my first son was was natural, but I did get a little bit of medication towards my IV. Yeah, so I don't think that's really like unmedicated. But my second birth with Abraham, it was completely natural, completely unmedicated. Nothing went in me or anything like that. And I just want to like briefly give you guys my story, because I feel like a lot of people are really interested in knowing like what really happens, when you give birth and it's like natural 100%. So I'm gonna tell you my story, and in this story, I'm gonna tell you guys very like honestly. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. I'm gonna tell you literally what I experienced and everything that I would want to know. So let me tell you a little bit about my birth. I did make a video of this, but I'm just gonna do it just for this video again a little bit. I'm not gonna do like a whole video of my birth, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. My water actually broke by itself, so I experienced that with my second son. With my first son, I didn't. But this is just talking about my second son because with that one, I didn't have no medicine, no nothing. So I'm going to talk more about my second son. Well, with him, my water did actually break by itself. So I didn't, had to wait a lot in hospital. But although it was a kind of slow, labor in some parts and kind of fast at the same time. My son literally came fast. So it was like, it was really fast. Like I couldn't even imagine. I was literally about to push, but I wasn't like pushing. I don't know what exactly I was doing, but I had like a bunch of pressure. Like I was just like holding it in basically. I wasn't like pushing, how you're supposed to. I was more like holding it in, I guess. I don't know why, but with my son, there was like a bunch of nurses and doctors and stuff right there, and none of them actually told me to push. Like literally, Abraham was coming already, and nobody was ready for him. And it was just something like very, very not traumatic, but very fast in my experience. Well, honestly, my back and my front, like bottom stomach, the bottom stomach, abdomen, and the bottom of my back, hurt a lot. It was the worst when contractions were there. Like seriously, I only had like when my contractions started, it was very like mild. Like I could handle it. Because my contractions didn't start like right away after my water broke. My water broke at 3 in the morning, and I was in the hospital like at 4:30. So it didn't happen like right away. Probably got contractions about like maybe like 10, starting to get really intense. Abraham was actually born at 12 p.m. So at 10 a.m. it was actually getting more intense. But when it started, I just felt a little pressure in my lower back, my lower abdomen too, and it was like, it was just a little pressure, but it wasn't like very, very hurt. It didn't like painful. It didn't hurt that much at that moment. But then I can handle it, and it came every like maybe like 5 minutes at first, like 6 minutes, and then it kind of started like getting really painful. And well, at first it was like 5 minutes apart, I can say, and then when actually the time was going, like it was 11 already, it was, oh my goodness, it was painful. I literally thought I was gonna die. Like that's how much pain I felt. And I'm one of those people that are very like tolerant to pain, But this pain was something else. I've never experienced this much pain in like me, With my first son, like I said, I did had a little medication on my IV, which helped a little bit. I didn't have that much of a pain, Definitely the medicine worked on me in my first son. But the second one, I didn't have nothing, no medication, no nothing. So it was more and more intense. The pain was just intense. Like I could literally like breathe. I couldn't breathe through them. So it was very, very hard. Definitely very hard. Um, you know, at that moment, I said to myself, like, when I had like that intense pain, and I was literally, I was crying, and I really don't cry, but whenever I'm like hurting, then I will cry. Whenever I'm hurting, like I cannot tolerate it anymore, then I of course will cry. But this was something else. This was literally out of the ordinary. This was something else, and it was so like literally, oh my goodness, I cannot even imagine it no more. Like it was so painful, and just talking about it. But I think the thing that most keep me calmed was my breathing techniques. So I breathe like, like breathing techniques that your doula, or sometimes even your midwife, or people that help you there, tell you how to breathe and everything like that. That helped me a little bit, but honestly, I couldn't take my mind out of that pain. Like I could not think of something else than of that pain. So I was really bad at breathing. But that helped me a little bit, to control the pain, but really you cannot really control it. I couldn't. For me, it was a really fast delivery. So it wasn't like I couldn't, balance in the ball. I couldn't go in the bathtub and relax. I couldn't do nothing because it was fast. It was a fast delivery. That when your water breaks by itself, it kind of goes more fast, because the water breaks. So it's the process is way faster than when you go in the hospital with contractions and you have to wait until your water breaks, or even they have to break it. The doctors have to break it. So it's really more fast if your water breaks, at home. So yeah, I was just like, waiting for that moment of my son to be born. But meanwhile, I was literally, I was not feeling good. I was screaming. It was a really, really bad experience. Like I couldn't, even do nothing. Like it was really painful. My baby was 7 pounds 11 ounces, 13-inch head. So it was very painful, very painful. I'm literally being 100% real with you guys. Giving birth is literally not easy, not simple. It's the hardest thing you can ever do in your whole life. Like seriously, it's a painful, painful, painful. It's like literally breaking, like your bones breaking inside of you. It's a very bad feeling. I'm not saying don't do it, because honestly, I think it's better if you don't get like epidural or anything like that. But there are some women that do epidurals and stuff, and they do absolutely fine. There's also some complications that make women get epidurals even though they don't want to. But some of them, everything can happen. Nobody knows how, and how giving birth happens, especially if it's your first one or your last one. Like nobody knows. Every birth is different. So a lot of people have been asking me, are you gonna give birth unmedicated and no epidural or natural? You know what I mean? And then the next baby you have, so in the future baby, um, I really think I'm gonna go natural again, unmedicated again. You'd probably be like, why? Like you crazy women. But the thing is that I just don't want to uh have pains in my back with the epidural. Like I've heard a lot of stories, and some women have luck, some women don't have luck, and I'm just that people that don't have luck. So I just don't want to do that. Like I don't want to get the epidural. If I have to, I will, but it won't be like in my decision. It has to be doctor's decision, not my decision. You know what I mean? Like if it wasn't my decision to make, I'm not gonna get it in the future. But honestly, I'm just waiting there, and it was just pain. The only thing I could think about is get this baby out of me. Like that's the only thing I could literally put my mind and just get out of this baby out of me. Like, that's all I thought. And yeah, but it's very, very hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like I said when I first started this video, it really does hurt. It's painful. But of course, if you're tolerant to pain, I am tolerant to pain. But it's just a pain that I cannot tolerate. It's just a pain that it feels like your bones like are opening. Like, I just don't know how to explain it more than that. Well, it's like your bones opening. It's just so hard and painful. It's just very hard and painful. And all that women that do give birth with no medication, no nothing, natural birth. I cheer for you, because it's honestly the hardest thing you could ever do in your life. It's the hardest thing you can ever do. But those that do have epidurals and medication, it's okay. Every woman is different. Every woman tolerates pain differently. It's fine. Whatever helps you, do it. In that moment when I was, like in the contractions, because I heard it so bad. Like, I heard it so bad. I thought to myself, like, why am I suffering? I clearly just get the epidural and stop suffering. But then again, I was like, no. It's almost gonna be over. I can do it. I'm a warrior. I can do it. You know what I mean? I give I cheer up myself because nobody did it. so I just cheered up myself. But I'm here now. My baby is literally almost 1 year next month. So it's really, really, really crazy. It's been a year, almost a year since that day. Since that day that it was really hard in my life. But I did it. He was born. We're good. After birth, after he was born, I didn't tear up, which was amazing, because with our first baby, I did tear up. Probably because it was my first baby, and my first one was 6 pounds, 8.4 ounces. My second one was 7 pounds, 11 ounces. And with my second one, my first one I did tear up, they literally had to like sleep me because it was so bad under there. But with my second one, I didn't tear up. Although they told me that I did had a little cyst. Because I was pain, like I was still in pain after birth, and normally people are not in pain after birth. Normally it's like a sign of relief, when baby gets out, it's like a relief for people. But for me, I was still having a little pain down there. I was like, what's going on? And they told me I had a cyst, so that was the only bad thing that really happened. But after a while, like after that day, like the next day, I was so fine. I was good. I was ready. I was walking. I was doing whatever I had to do. But that was my experience, guys. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I don't want to take it too long, this video. But that's going to be all of it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this video like always. And like always subscribe, like, comment, do what you do. And like always, God bless. See you next time. Goodbye.